Calculate the efficiency of an solar panel what we have an experimental part in our lab. Okay, so this is nothing but the solar panel what we have in our experimentation part. So this is an Sukam manufactured 100-watt panel, and you can see the parameters of the panel. So everyone see this panel. So by seeing this panel, what kind of panel this is? Already we discussed in theory. Is it monocrystalline or polycrystalline? Polycrystalline. You have blue patches. That's why this is an polycrystalline. Now write down the parameters of an solar panel. Okay. So now we are going to calculate in this session the efficiency of this solar panel. Okay. So you see the parameter. So first write down the parameter. The maximum voltage of the solar panel is equal to 100 watt peak. 100 watt peak. Next one, open circuit voltage is equal to 21.4 volts. 21.4 volts. Short circuit current is equal to 6.3 amperes. Next one, Vm is equal to 5.7 amperes. Vm is equal to 7.7 and Im is equal to 5.7 amperes. And you see here, and what it is given here, these specifications are tested under standard test condition. Standard test condition means they'll supply 1000 watt per meter square. Okay. So the same panel we are calculating. So what is the rating of the panel given to us? What is the rating of the panel? 100 watt peak. And what is the next parameter given to us? Open circuit voltage. What is meant by open circuit voltage? This is the voltage generated by the solar panel under which condition? No load condition. So what is the voltage given to us? 21.4 volts. After this, you are going to get a current that can be generated by the solar panel, which is nothing but short circuit current. So the short circuit current of the panel 6.3 amperes. So this is one set under which condition? No load condition. When you operate this solar panel under loaded condition, you are going to get the parameters as V maximum or maximum voltage and maximum current. So that are already given in the specification sheet. So what is the value of Vm given?
Vm is 17.7 volts.
Very good, 17.7 volts. What is the value of Im given?
5.7 amps.
5.7 amps. Very good. So now these are the parameters given to us. What we need to find out, but efficiency of the solar panel is not given, and what is not given is the IV plot of this solar panel is not given. So, okay, so we need to find out the IV plot of this solar panel. Okay, let's try to plot how the characteristics are going to change. Okay, we need to find out three parameters. One is performance evaluation is fill factor, next one is efficiency, next one is the IV characteristics. Okay, so in order to find out, let's try to find out the area occupied by the our solar panel. So what is the area occupied by the solar panel? Okay, so now you see the tape a scale and measure the length and width. Okay, so everyone write down the length of the solar panel.
Around 66.
60. So the length. So length is how much? 60. 66 centimeters is the length multiplied with the width. So multiply with the width. You see the panel. We are going to measure the width of the panel.
So around 39. 39.
So approximately you are going to get some 98 centimeters. So now area is equal to, multiply this one. So this will be centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square, 66 into 98. What is the area? 6.468 meter square. So this is the area of the solar panel when you multiply it. This is in centimeter square. So we need to convert this in terms of what? Meter square. So how to do it? 6.468 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. So therefore this will result in how much? 6.468 into 10 to the power minus 4. So minus 4 means what will happen? How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how much? 0.64 meter square. Yes or no? So now you got the area of the solar panel. So now our evaluation is efficiency. So now coming to the efficiency, what is the formula of efficiency we had already written? So maximum voltage of the solar panel multiplied with maximum current of the solar panel, where this is called the power output, divided by the input power. So how to write down the input power? Input power is, we have to measure the input. So this is the output of the solar panel, already we know. We want the input of the solar panel, so that input power we are writing as power density as meter square multiplied with our area. So now I'm just written the formula. Now I'll try to substitute in the given formula. Okay. So now we know the output of the solar panel, but we require the input of the solar panel. Okay. So now we are subjecting the solar panel to the heat. Okay. So you can see this irradiation. How much it is showing? 27 watt per meter square. So now I'm going to check the irradiation of this panel. So here it is showing approximately 800. Okay, see here approximately it is varying from 600, now it become 30. So it is showing an irradiation power density as, so now we try to substitute what is the irradiation value we got from the meter when you subject the panel to the heat. Approximately you got 800. So this meter is called as a solar power meter. Okay, this will measure the input irradiation, or generally the layman language we call it as a lux meter. Okay, so this will have a bulb here, and this bulb will receive the radiation, and it will indicate what are the units of this watt per meter square. What is the meaning of watt per meter square? Power density. Yes or no? You have flux density, flux per unit area. This is like calculating the light density, which is called power density, and it is expressed in watt per meter square. Now we measured what is the, how much amount of radiation at this time while you are doing this is how much, around you got 800. Okay, so just you write down the, now I am substituting the values. What is the value of Vm as per the nameplate it gives in the panel? 17.7 volts multiplied with what is the maximum current generated by the 100-watt panel? It is 5.7 amperes divided by. So now how much you got? 700, sorry 800 you got. So if you go a little bit, it may vary from maximum, it can go to 1000, that's all. Okay, so now I am substituting this as 800 watt per meter square multiplied with area. So what is the area of our solar panel? 0.64 meter square. So meter square will get cancelled out. So try to perform the mathematical calculation. 19. So you got 19. Okay, approximately how much you got? 20%. So 20% means it's very good panel or bad panel? It's a good panel. Why? Because it is manufactured with which type of cell? Polycrystal. Polycrystal will have the maximum of 70. So it is already buyed 5 years back. Now we are testing the efficiency of this panel in 6th year. Already this lab erected 5 years back. So now we are testing in which year? 6th year. In 6th year also it is able to give how much amount? 19%. Actually we have to subject it for more than 10 minutes. Then automatically this will be 900 or 950. Automatically you will be getting higher efficiency. So it may be ranging from 19 to some 23% generally. So now this solar panel is working well with an efficiency of how much? 19%. And you can see at the top of the panel it is written as 100 watt suffixed with P. P represents peak value. P represents what? Peak value. So that solar panel has been tested with an power density of 1000 watt per meter square under standard test condition. Sir, you may ask, sir, we are not connected it under loaded condition, we are not connected under open loaded condition. How you got all this panel? Already this was tested in an test lab, and they will give you the IV curves. Now I will draw you the IV curves also, and IV curves are already plotted, and they already calculated what? The efficiency, and already they had been calculated the fill factor. And when you buy this panel, they will give you a data sheet. On the data sheet, complete performance of the panel will be given. How it varies from fifth year, how it varies from 10th year, how it varies to 15th year, how it varies to 25 years. That's why these solar panels are having a life of 25 years. That's why this is what they guaranteed. Already I explained you about these panels. Okay, at the top layer you have an N type, at the bottom you have an P type, and this like and similar to that of an PN junction diode. And what is the mechanism of operation of this? Photovoltaic effect. Already we have been explained in the class. That's how it works. And the guaranteed life of this solar panel is how much? 25 years. This is an Gorilla Glass 5. It doesn't break also. Okay, the latest technology what we have. So now the efficiency is 19%, and the panel is given, the nameplate details is given is how much? 100 watts. It can generate how many watts? 100 watt peak. Peak means under which conditions? And they are tested in which standard condition? Standard test condition of 1000 watt per meter square. Under this condition, it can generate how much amount of power? 100 watt peak. That's what the meaning. Peak means don't think that all the time it will generate 100 watt peak. If the intensity is changing, automatically the wattage also will change. This is how we identified the performance of our solar panel. So now what are the performance indices we calculated? Efficiency of the solar panel. Now we want to plot the IV characteristics of the solar panel. Okay, so here I am taking on the y-axis as current, and the x-axis I am going to take the voltage. Okay, so now first, if you for example morning 6 a.m, morning 7 a.m, and afternoon 12 a.m, and afternoon 1 p.m, 2 p.m, 3 p.m, 4, 5, 6 p.m. So like this, with the variation of time, the current also will increase. Okay, so if more light is incident, automatically the photovoltaic effect is available, and automatically more amount of current will be available. Okay, but all the time the solar panel will generate how much voltage? 12 volts. Okay, now what is the open circuit voltage of this panel? 21.4. Under which condition? No load condition. But this is the current, this is the voltage under which condition? Maximum voltage. Under which condition? Loaded condition. But the 17 generally we will consider this under which system is a 12 volt system. So already I told in the class, the solar panel exists in two systems, either 12 volt system or 24 volt system or 48 volt system. This is in which system? 12 volt system. Okay, that's why this ranges in 17.7 volts. Now let's try to plot it. So when you plot the graph of joining all this, we'll do this experiment by next class. We'll get an MPPT curve like this, and in this MPPT curve we'll get the first which is having highest value. So we are having 4 parameters, we need to plot this IV curve. So what is the maximum quantity we have? VOC. So this VOC is nothing but highest value, which is nothing but how much? 21.4 volts, which is higher. Next, what is the maximum voltage? 17.7. You can see here we will get VM, where VM is nothing but 17.7 volts. Now which is greater, which is smaller? We have maximum voltage under loaded condition, we have open circuit voltage under no load condition. Which is greater, which is smaller? VM is lesser. Which is greater? VOC is greater. You can see the same concept is applicable. VOC is greater and VM is lower. The same we plotted on the graph. Okay, so now you got 2 parameters, and here it is also touching the x-axis at one current. What is the name of that current? Is the maximum current generated by the solar panel, where we are going to call this current as short circuit current. Short circuit current is equal to how much? 6.3 amperes. How much? 6.3 amperes. Okay, but there is an current which is under loaded condition. This is how much? 5.7 ampere. So 5.7 means here you will be getting, which is nothing but IM. Now what is the relationship between maximum current and short circuit current? Which is greater, which is smaller? In these two parameters, which is greater, which is smaller? IM is lesser, but I short circuit is greater. So which is greater here? Short circuit value is greater and IM value is lower. So now what is the condition? Okay, so now for example, this VM is already given in the problem or given in the specification. You try to draw an horizontal line to the MPPT curve. You got one junction point. From the x-axis, you try to project onto the MPPT curve. You will get one junction point, where this junction point is called as P maximum, where P maximum is a product of V maximum into I maximum. So this point is called as maximum power point. Maximum power point. So this is similar to that of a theorem what you have studied in electrical engineering, which is nothing but maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, so when you draw your maximum power transfer theorem also, you will get the power and you will get the current. Here the curve will be like this, yes or no? So if you at this point only it can deliver the maximum power, that condition is called as source resistance is equal to load resistance. Whenever the source resistance is equal to load resistance, then maximum power is transferred to the load. So if you multiply the voltage and current also, at here it will give only lesser amount of power, but at this point when you multiply the voltage and current, this will give the maximum power. So similarly you should operate the solar panel only at this knee point. At which point you have to operate? Only at this knee point we have to operate the solar panel such a way that it will give an maximum amount of current, where that current is called maximum current, where it will give a maximum voltage which is called as Vm. But by seeing the figure you can see here Vmn is lesser than Voc and Im is lesser, but generally if you take this short circuit current and if you multiply the voltage is how much here? Some 0 volts, 0 into 6.3 will give only 0 watts. And similarly you take here it is 1 volt, here it is current of 6.3, 6.3 into 1 is how much? 6.3 watt. Like that if you start multiplying, this value will be 100 watts. Before to that, here you may get only 90 watts, here you may get 80 watts, here you may get 70 watts, here you may get 60 watts, here you may get 50 watts. Similarly here also, here you may get 80, here you may get 70, here you may get 60 and here you may get 50 watts. In all this power, what is the maximum we are getting? Only at this point. That's why that point is called as a knee point where the power is maximum. Okay, so you are going to get the maximum power at this point. Okay, so this is about how to plot. So this graph will be provided by the manufacturer. I told the data sheet, no, the data sheet for this is there with us. This data sheet or this curve will be provided to us by the manufacturer. Okay, so now nothing is there in our hand. What is there in our hand? Only panel is there. From the panel what you have derived? The complete data of the panel. We drawn the IV characteristics of that panel, we identify the efficiency of the panel and all the curves what is required. Now we can publish this on a paper and you can send to the manufacturer, either your panel is good or bad. Okay, so now what is the conclusion of the theme? Now we successfully tested the solar panel and we identify the efficiency of the solar panel as well as the fill factor, and we drawn the IV curves and we concluded that this solar panel is working good and now it is can be used for the realistic application. Okay, so that's what the conclusion how our solar panel is used. In the next class we will continue how to connect those solar panels in series connection, parallel connection, and how to connect the batteries in series connection and parallel connection, and we will see here how to connect the solar panels of same rating and different ratings in series connection and parallel connection. We will do the calculation part and we will continue the session.